In this guide, I'll show you the best screen and video output settings for your PS5 and TV or monitor setup. So the first thing you want to do is select settings in the top right corner. Then we're going to scroll down and select screen and video and go to video output. Now for resolution, you should always use the highest one available unless you have a good reason not to. So in this case, it's going to be 4K for me. You can also just go to automatic and it'll automatically select the highest resolution for your TV or monitor. Then what you want to do is scroll down. If you happen to have an 8K TV, which most people won't, you could turn it on here if you have the correct setup. Now for PS5 Pro, if you have one, you can enhance image quality for PS4 games. So I recommend you turn that on. Now for VRR, you should always have this on automatic. What this will essentially do is if your TV or monitor supports variable refresh rate, it'll use that for TV shows and games. And this can result in fixing things like screen tearing, stuttering, and more. Now I'm also going to apply this to unsupported games. For 120Hz output, you should always have this on automatic, even if you didn't know that your TV or monitor supports 120Hz. This will allow you to get 120 FPS in games that support it. Now for ALLM or auto low latency mode, I recommend you turn this on to automatic. Essentially, when you're playing games, it'll automatically switch over to gaming mode on your TV or monitor, which can help reduce input lag. Now for video transfer rate for 4K and 8K video output, if you ever experience screen flickering, you could try reducing this value, but for most people, automatic is going to be just fine. Now if we scroll down and get to colors, HDR, if you have this available, make sure it's on either always on or on when supported. Me personally, I just like to leave it always on, and you want to make sure to adjust your HDR or else your colors and luminance can be really off. So what you want to do is essentially turn up the brightness on this page until you can just barely see the sun figure, and then you just want to press X on your controller to go to the next screen, and you essentially just want to repeat this process where you can barely see it, and then you just want to go to next. And same thing here as well. For the black levels, we're going to reduce it, and once we have it like this, we're going to go to OK. And now we've set up our HDR. Now for deep color output, for most people, you can just leave this automatic. And same thing goes for RGB range. Now we're going to go back, and I also recommend you go to screen and adjust your display area. After changing everything, it might be a little bit different. You just want to ensure that there's no black borders around your display area. Next, you want to go back to settings, and you want to scroll down and go to save data and game/app settings. What I recommend you do is go to game presets. And from here, you'll be able to set performance mode or resolution mode or the game default. So if you want to prioritize performance and FPS, turn it to performance mode. If you want to prefer graphics over anything, change it to resolution mode. Now, if you couldn't turn on ALLM in the video output settings, some TV or monitors can still use game mode or FPS mode. That's what it's likely called. And you'll just manually have to turn it on when you're playing on your PS5. If this guide was helpful, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.